Minasan konnichiwa, welcome back to my channel, and today I am talking about how to get the best grade in a language. So say if you are doing your GCSEs at the minute and you're struggling with one of the languages that you are taking, if you are considering to do a language at GCSE, for example, and you want a bit of advice on it and whether you should take it or not, and also the intensity of taking a language at GCSE, I hope this video will help as much as possible. I feel that languages are important to society as we are able to talk with other people who have a different first language other than English. Languages are especially useful for like business and tourism, for example, but also everyday life. Like if you go to another country, you are expected to speak a little bit of your language. And in some ways that could be a stereotype, but in other ways it's also a fact. Not everybody in the world knows English. So in some ways I think it is really important that we communicate with other people who do speak a different language to us. We're always migrating around the world, we're always going to different places. And there's also people who are living in other places as well. Even in the UK, there are some languages that should be a bit more common. I'm not going to lie about that. Such as British Sign Language. So British Sign Language is very, very important within our society. And even though we have heard of it, there's not a GCSE on British Sign Language. If you are doing GCSEs, they are supposed to be useful. And I'm sure British Sign Language would be a useful GCSE in like the most possible way. It's always needed for like saying you go into retail. If you don't know British Sign Language, it's going to be hard to communicate because that person cannot talk. It makes me mad sometimes that like British Sign Language is not a GCSE, yet they offer it as a university degree at some universities. However, saying that, most offer it as an enrichment. At GCSE I didn't have that choice, but I think if British Sign Language was GCSE, I would definitely take it, especially for me working and also for everyday life. So I've got my laptop here, I'm going to have a look through the survey. So first off, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you like taking a language at GCSE? And I'm going to say a 10. I really enjoyed it. I felt that I had the best experience possible. Most people said a good 7.5. Like, that is a great response. I'm pretty much happy with that. Okay, so next question. Select the following which language you took at GCSE. Most people said French. So, like, I'm not surprised by that. French is mostly taken at GCSE. You had the other options of Latin, Polish, Chinese, Arabic, and then I gave it other just in case I missed any out. I mean, I don't think I did. The next question was, please explain your reasoning for taking a language or more than one at GCSE. I took Japanese, obviously, and the reason I took this at GCSE, I thought it would be a great subject to take and that I would enjoy it very much, saying that I did it as an enrichment from year 8 to year 9. Other responses, I'm just going to go through a few, as you do. My parents told me it would be a useful life skill. Yes, they are right. Languages are a useful life skill, and your parents are definitely right there. Well done. I like to learn about different cultures. I also thought it would be useful to learn another language, as I have thought of working abroad one day. And I think that's good. If you've got that intention that you want to go and work abroad, definitely take language. Yeah, I mean, it's probably vital, probably mandatory. Another one was Spanish was my favourite subject and I like to learn languages in general, so I didn't think doing 2 would be too difficult. Now, I'm not saying don't go and do 2 languages, definitely go and do them if you are capable of them. But if you feel that languages will be too much for you, I wouldn't recommend it. Just stick to the one language, because sometimes when you take 2 languages as well, you can get some of the words mixed up and it does get a bit confusing. Okay, so the next question was, how did you revise for your GCSE language exams? So I revised mostly by past papers, booklets that we got given by our teachers, but I think as well, especially for the GCSE listening exams, I would definitely say definitely just record yourself, listen to it over again, repeat it over, and it does stick with you. Because I did this and I got like 100 UMS. I just use this technique of writing stuff down, making mind maps, definitely recording myself and repeating it over again, especially the first line. I must admit that was probably like the most confident line. I was like, 私は日本にいたことについて話したいと思います。日本には私は面白いところにいたのです。そして旅行はとても楽しかったです。So most people revise like with flashcards, past papers, and we had a few others as well, so I'm gonna have a look into it. So Quizlet, yes, I would have said that's more of a flashcards kind of thing, but Quizlet is also good for just revising, just getting the little bits in and doing your 10 minutes a day. I also use Memrise. That is a really good tool. One of them was I didn't prepare for my language GCSE because others took priority. Make sure you do prepare for your language GCSE, and don't let others take priority as well, because if you let others take priority, it's only your grade that's going to be affected because you're thinking about everybody else instead of yourself. Do what you want to do and be confident doing that. Okay, so the next question was, what grade did you obtain in the language you took as a GCSE? And most said A star to C. And this is really good to see because even if some people didn't enjoy the language, they still strive to do really well. And then next question, if you took more than one language at GCSE, what grade did you achieve in your second subject? And most here again said A star to C. I mean, the majority answered this question, but there's quite a lot of people who skipped it as well. Okay, so question 7, when you chose your post-16 choice, did you carry on the languages you took at GCSE to post-16? And I guess it's 50-50. We should take into consideration some schools don't offer A-level languages, and I think this is the problem because some people think when you go to university, oh my god, I'm gonna love this language and everything, and say you're starting from scratch, such as with like Chinese or Korean, and then once they get into it, it is really hard. Okay, so the next one is question 8. What qualifications did you take at post-16? And most people said A-levels, some said International Baccalaureate. There was hardly any that took a BTEC, and then other people said that they also took the JLPT. Now, the JLPT is the Japanese Language Proficiency Test, and you can take this at different stages, but for universities, you only have to go to M4 level, which is like an A-level if you want to put it that way. I took my JLPT M5 in 2017. I passed that with flying colours. I'm going to be honest, most of these people were females. Like, there wasn't many males that took this survey, so in some ways this survey is a bit biased. Most people who answered this survey were between the ages of 16 to 18, and then we also had people who were between the ages of 19 to 24. So most of those people are either doing the A-levels now or doing the post-16 qualifications, or most of them are at university taking a language or doing whatever they want to at university. But I think it's kind of give you an insight, and languages are very principal. If you go to a job, a language is great for your CV, and it also shows that you have got those skills. I mean, I'm happy with everyone who's answered the survey. Thank you so much if you took part. I think how you get the best grade in a language at GCSE, I would definitely say you try your best. Ask if you need any help. I mean, always change your revision techniques if you don't feel that something's right. So I hope this video has helped you a little bit. Make sure you go and like and subscribe. And also I will be doing a poll on Instagram of what video you would like me to do. I have 2 options and they will be on my Instagram page. It will be for a few weeks time. I've already got some things planned at the minute, but I hope that you guys can help and decide what you guys would like to see. So for now, I'll say matane!